Hello everyone, good evening, welcome back to Into the Breach. We have picked a time traveler, one of the veterans who survived last time, the previous mission. We picked Bethany to be our survivor that we're going to follow. We don't have to, but we picked her at the end of the last, the first mission, I guess, we did with the Riftwalkers. We could roll with somebody else. Ghana is still really interesting to me. These would not be the upgraded Bethany, who is already max level. She already has her 2 mech HP and her +1 mech reactor. We could start with just like a regular vanilla version. Anyway, we're gonna go with this. It's great. We're gonna try out the Hazardous Mechs, one of the new mech groups that we purchased, one of the new squads. How interesting, this is flying. A quick overview of these. I've never used these before. I've never used anything but the Riftwalkers, so this is all going to be brand new to me. We have 3 achievements here. We have a Prime mech. We have a Brute mech. This is our, this was our fist punchy one with the Riftwalkers. This was a cannon one with the Riftwalkers. And this one was an artillery. Instead, now that we have a science mech. And from what I've seen, they get interesting bonus effects, but they don't actually do direct damage. However, pushing an enemy away and inflicting acid on it, amazing. And it's going to come with our Viscera nanobots. Mechs will heal 1 damage whenever they deal a killing blow. Only has 2 health, 4 movement, and it flies, so it can hover over water and still shoot because it won't be in the water because it flies. How exciting. Yeah, so the whole theme with these is they do damage to themselves and also other things. And the only way to recover, or maybe the most effective way to recover, is to kill a thing and get your health back. So we're going to be cranking up the damage on all of these. You do 2 damage. Oh, the Brute is our big heavy damage dealer. And it pushes itself away too. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be rough. Let's start. I'm going to have to get used to the new movement and new interactions of these mechs. All right, time to save the world again. She does come with the +1 mech reactor just as a bonus here, and all the extra health, so that's real good. This is really interesting. +1 damage each. Okay, we're going to test you out. Can we... Okay, so we can jump anywhere, any distance. Oh yeah, this is going to be rough. This is going to be real rough. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Look at this. Yeah, hitting buildings and stuff is going to be difficult and gnarly to deal with, but... I don't know how I feel about this. Okay, we can jump any distance, so maybe movement isn't the most important thing. +1 damage each. What if I put her here? Also +1 damage each. I'm sensing a theme here. I'm sensing a pattern. Or 3 points of power to increase the damage only to the enemy target. And the acid sprayer. Ooh, +1 heal. Ooh. Ooh. Interesting. And this is this does require a power. The acid projector cannot be upgraded. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, to hell with it. She has +2 health just for being max level. That's part of her little bonus. We're going to roll with this. We're going to see how it goes. There is an option if things go horrifically, real bad. Oh, by the way, we didn't look at the achievements. We can do this. I haven't really shown the menu, I don't think. We can see our island progress. We can see just how many victory medals and things we've gotten, how many of the squad achievements we've gotten. Heal 10 mech health in a single battle. Finish 4 corporate islands without a mech being destroyed at the end of a battle. And deal 8 damage to a unit with a single attack. Acid is going to help a ton with that. There's an option down here. Abandon the timeline. End this attempt and send a pilot back in time to try again. We're time travelers. Our time traveler can just bamf out, just like, sorry, this one is screwed, not even going to see it through. And we can just take Bethany and pick a new squad of mechs and start over. Or, you know, somebody else. It doesn't have to be Bethany, but let's be real here. She's our only, like, real pilot we have at this point. So, yeah, an interesting thought. If things go horribly, we can keep her, assuming she's still alive, you know. But we can try to keep her and go again. So we can go in any order. I don't really know if there's a thought to this. I don't know if there's a better way to do this. Let's just go to Zenith, the ice level first. Just because why not, you know? Pinnacle Robotics, head office. The humans employed at Pinnacle are just as important as the sentient machines. We must stop the Vec to save all life. Alright, so there's a lifeless basin. There's District Z, 1001. And the central processor. Probably not going to worry about the central processor. Kill at least 7 enemies, protect the emergency batteries. Oh, and there's frozen robots here. Threat diagnostic. Machines frozen, threat very high. I recommend that you avoid them. So those, they're frozen. If we do damage to them, it'll break them out, and they will be hostile. I don't think, yeah, they only have 1 hit point, so they're not terribly strong, but they could be problematic. I don't know how I feel about this. We're gonna have to see what's going on here. This is gonna be interesting. I don't know how I feel about this squad yet. Oh, you're gonna just free the robot straight up, huh? Okay. Well, the thing that I gotta remember is that when I jump, we push. So the robots will go first, but they're frozen, so that they don't do anything. I mean, they wouldn't do anything anyway. Like, if we freed one immediately, it wouldn't have a turn to attack. Like, it doesn't suddenly get to wake up and be like, oh, I'm gonna fire a laser beam now. None of that. You can also push. So the thing to keep in mind is that when I jump, I do damage. When I land, I'm doing 2 damage to everything around me, and also pushing. So maybe jumping here would be good, because we could just kill the scarab outright. Yeah. We're going with that straight away. David the nanomech can shoot acid on something and also push it. So an interesting thought, we could push this guy over here. The firefly shooting would break the ice. And then the Vex spawning would be blocked, but it would kill the cannon bot. Also gotta keep in mind, we only heal when... Like, a mech will only heal when that mech lands the killing blow. So that's an interesting option. Kind of like that. Alternatively, we could acid this thing, and then shoot it once with our unstable mech to do 4 damage, which would kill it. And also heal me. Actually, that sounds like a better idea. No, because you're going to end up shooting and hit the building. So... Sorry, it's going to be slow going here for the first few rounds of this, because I got to get used to who my, like how everybody works here, all my new mechs. Also, we have Maxim Volkov and David Montez. These are our two generic pilots. So we still got to deal with this one so that it can't destroy a building. Easy enough. Just do that. It's fine. Okay. Huh. And dead. Cool. Ooh! One of those things. A Scion. Oh, and there's an acid pool, which is pretty slick. So we could use the nanomech to just, like, push this guy into the water. That's easy enough to do. We can also just kill this one outright. I would like to deal with the Soldier Scion. This adds 1 hit point to all other Vec. Alternatively, I could jump there and push this one into the water. I would do a chunk of damage to myself, though. I wonder if drowning counts as killing a Vec. Also, I don't really want to end up there because the Vec that emerges is going to be acidified. You only do 1 damage. We could just let you kill your friend. We could also come down here and, like, acid this one. So then the Firefly would just kill it, because it would do double damage. That'd be interesting. So I'm assuming that if I do this, we will get the kill and heal up the 1 hit point that we're losing, right? Yeah, okay, good. Cool. We've killed 3 enemies. I like the acid idea. Let the enemies kill each other. And then I'm gonna block this one from spawning. Oh wow, if I jump into the acid, I'll do double damage to myself. Good to know. Acid is super bad for my own mechs. We can repair. It doesn't do anything, but we can. It doesn't do anything right now because we don't have any damage, but something to keep in mind. Interesting. Oh, and that's damage dice, so that's gonna turn to water too. Interesting. All right. Well, this solves a bunch of our problems for us. By which I mean one of our problems. So I gotta be really careful to not accidentally acid my own characters. My own mechs. So we could do that and kill you. Love to, like, block some of these, you know? You're not in a blockable location. We need to deal with you. So I think I'm gonna have to jump over there to push this one to the side. I can't jump over there because I will end up damaging the emergency batteries. Well... I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all. This kind of sucks. We're not in great positions to deal with this. I think we're gonna have to ignore the Scarab for now. So if we, just thinking out loud here, if we move the nanomech here and acidify this one, shoot it that way, then we can bring our mech to where it's standing and shoot that way. It'll knock me into the path of the Firefly, which sucks because then I'll be down to 1 health after all of this. We can shoot and kill this guy. So what's going to happen is... yeah, I think we have to do this to protect all the buildings. Whoops. So take a damage, heal a damage. The downside, though, is we're going to take a damage from this one. So I could jump here to kill it without damaging a building. Or we could jump here and push this one into the asset. You're going to take a damage. I think we jump here? I don't like that I take 2 damage every time I do this. I really don't like that. These mechs are interesting. This is an interesting new situation we've got ourselves in. Got this one covered. Now, something that's interesting is we can still just jump out of the webbing. I think we can just ignore it straight up. We can also cause a little bit of a collision here if we want to do that. Downside is I'm going to push myself into the fire. The upside is then we could jump here and take out that enemy and push this one away. The only other thing we could do would be to acidify you. It accomplishes the same goal at the end. Yeah, because there's the only way we could acidify this one to guarantee that we kill it without pushing it around. This is really interesting. Oh, and we can also do this and not set ourselves on fire. Oh, you know what? My mech is going to die if I do this, though, because we're going to be jumping into some acid. Because you're acidified. Does it change my plan at all? Not really. We can drown the robot. it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to get like experience on my folks, you know? Trying to level up some pilots. It's going to be tough to level up whoever's on the nanomech. Because the only way they can kill anything is by pushing. Let's reset the turn. I think I can get more experience if we do it this way. If I just come here and shoot you like this. And then you can push here. Hey, and you healed because you killed a thing. Look at that. Yeah, if we jump there, though, I'm taking a bazillion-ty damage. Which is why we're not doing that. If I jump here, I'm going to take a bunch of damage, but it doesn't matter because we're not going to die, and we'll kill a thing. And I guess the experience doesn't really matter because you already have max level. But that's a dead robot, so, you know, feels good. Huh. I'm not sure how to feel about this. Anyway, my subterranean sensors are reporting no life signs. The Vec are all dead. You've made the sector safe again. Glad to be of service. Okay, we got 1 reputation, we got a little more power. That's good, that's real good. Do I want to remove this? Do I want to change this? I don't feel super good about taking a billion-ty damage. I actually think having more health might be good at this point. And then our next upgrade, we get the double damage. This way we could at least live through being acided. Yeah, we'll try a mission like this and see how it goes. This is going to be interesting. Oh, it's these ones again. Oh, I love these little mine layer robots. They're so good. Our sentient mine layers have lost input and output and are attempting to run old routines. Protect these blind, helpless little creatures. Gladly. I'll do everything I can because they're super good. All we have to do is keep them alive. It doesn't really matter what we do or do not kill at this point. I like the little nanomech. This thing can, like, really cruise around. So they lay a mine and move 2 spaces at the same time. That's kind of their whole jam. They also only have 1 HP. I gotta be super careful because I don't want to accidentally, like, jump on one and kill it. Oh, look at that! Hey, we got a time pod! To think. Every pod likely means a timeline died. Oh yeah, this might be that whole abandoned timeline and quit situation in action. We gotta be careful because I think we have to actually move onto the pod. Okay. We do not have any way of getting to that. This is rough, not without killing a robot. Unless I, like, use my acid to push the robot out of the way. How's that for an awful idea? I don't want to do that at all. We gotta be really careful, because if I do something like this, we will destroy the time pod. I could jump here. Man, I'm so sad that we can't quite get over there. So putting acid on these doesn't really matter because they only have 1 HP. They're going to die if they get hit no matter what. So I have no qualms about shooting one of them to push it out of the way if I think that matters. I think it might. I think I might have to push this one out of the way. I might just have to write off that building as a loss. You really can't do anything. We can get you over here and shoot this one. Doesn't seem great. Doesn't seem great. You two are just in garbage positions. That's like the worst part of this whole thing. I mean, another option? No, not even going to suggest that. This Firefly we can ignore for the most part, but if it goes for the time pod, we're in a bit of trouble. Man, I don't even know what to do at this point. So if we go here and push this one out of the way, then we can jump to this spot without destroying the robots. And we can push this Vec out of the way. And we can also... Man, this is going to be rough. Because we're going to... This is the one that has 1 billion health, though, so never mind. Never mind. Phew, never mind. That's great. The downside, though, is I don't want any mechs or any Vec to step on the time pod, which we're kind of leaving ourselves open to at this rate. I don't know that we have any options, though. Could also go here and push it this way. That might be a better option. That might be a better option. Still wish we could do something about you. Theoretically... I don't even know what. Did we jump there just to, like, block a spawn or something? Maybe. We just have no way of dealing with this Vec, not without taking out one of the robots. And leaving the robots alive is the most important thing. Oh, that time pod is the most important thing I wanted. I want your reactor core. I want it so bad. Because I can't even jump there. If we push you out of the way, I could jump there and we could save the building. Then we have no way of dealing with this one. This is rough. This is rough going. I don't want to do any of these. Man, if I could get there and shoot up, that would also be real nice. Yeah, I don't know. I think we just have a lot of really crappy options at this point. I think I jump there to block the spawn. Especially since we're not really killing any Vec this turn. This is going to be rough because you're going to take 2 damage from this. Alright, here we go. Please don't destroy the time pod. Please don't destroy the time pod. Oh, casualties! It hurt so bad. We lost power in the grid. Oh no, and it's a Weber. It's gonna step on the pod. It's gonna step on our pod. Please don't step on the pod. Please don't step on the pod. Oh, thank goodness it didn't step on the pod. Oh my gosh. Okay, there's maybe hope yet. Only maybe, though. I think we have to jump there. Push you out of the way. Push you... It'll be pushing you into the building, though. Other option... Oh, man, I want that pod, though. I want it so bad. We need you to not die. What's the order of attack? Does it really even matter? Doesn't really even matter. We could push this one onto... Yeah, so if we do something like this, it'll die when it blocks the spawn, and it'll just end up shooting its friend, which might actually break the ice and kill it? And that'd be before it goes. I'm actually kind of on board with this now. The more I look at it, the more I'm on board with this. The more I think this is great. Yeah, I wish you were acidified. But if I acid you, then we can't get the pod on this turn. And we gotta get that pod. That pod's the most important thing. Alright. So you're presumably just gonna kill your friend. And then you're going to die when the things try to spawn. So I kind of want to leave this one alive. That's fine. We can do that. Now, I think we get this. Push you here, and then I jump, and then you'll be frozen. But I think that's okay. Okay, alright, I like it. That turn worked out great. The fact they didn't trample the pod, nobody's stomped on it or anything, is just, like, perfect. It's so good. Well, we literally don't have to do anything now because they're all frozen. could break some of these, but I don't even see any reason to do that. Just go hang out over here, repair yourself. Repair's done. Damn repair notifications were driving me crazy. I know the feeling. I suspect it has something to do with Windows trying to update. Just constantly reminding me. Pop up in the corner. Hey, it's time to update. Hey, update time. Hey, yo, update. Hey, update time. Okay. Only 2 more Vec to deal with. And this one's real easy to deal with because it just drowns. This is kind of fun, just being able to leap across the map like this. And we'll kill you. And you can just come hang out here and, like, repair yourself. I'm real glad we got that extra HP. I like that. Okay. Whew. That was scary. There was a real scary turn in there. We did have some casualties. Some folks did die, but that's okay. With the Vec destroyed, we can safely attempt repairs on the machines. Thank you. No. Thank you. Time pod. Oh, snap. So, Silica, who is possibly my favorite pilot that I've encountered so far. Silica is another AI, just like, what's his name? The guy that we could power up and he could land anywhere outside of the drop zone. Silica requires 2 power, but a mech can act twice if it doesn't move. So if you don't move, you can, like, shoot twice or something. It's very potent. It's super potent. It's real good. I'm liking it a lot. And Silica's now in the hangar. We got power. Just as an idea, putting Silica, like, here would be interesting, because then we could shoot acid twice without moving. Theoretically, you know, shoot acid to, like, push something into, like, to cause a collision. So we could kill a 2 health thing by shooting it twice and just making it collide twice. We could also put it in our jumper, put Silica in the leap mech, and then just, like, literally just leap around everywhere. That seems a little more situational. Maybe not super good. Maybe now we go back to doing 2 damage. I kind of want to put health in all of the mechs. Silica requires 2 power, which is kind of a bummer, but we can throw Silica in here and try to get you some experience. It's going to be slow going, but I think you're more useful than David Montez. Just because that could be amazing. If we get enough power for it. And if it works out. We'll see. I think I'm going to install the core here and give you the extra health. Because I think having health on these mechs is, like, super important. That movement would also be nice. Movement on the science mech would also be real nice. Man, I want all these upgrades. I want all the upgrades. I want them all right now.